The third task that we shall demonstrate is the lifting and securing of a 1.5-ton electric motor onto a trolley. This time, however, the motor has no eye-bolt, and we shall be working outside beneath a lifting beam. As always, the task begins with planning, to decide what equipment to use, what method of lifting will be used, and how best to secure the load onto the transport trolley. Examine and inspect all equipment. The equipment is then brought onto site and inspected to see that everything is on hand. An examination of the beam is made to decide where best to attach the chain block support sling. Next, a suitable ladder is positioned, and a fellow worker asked to steady it at the bottom. The person who will climb the ladder makes sure that he is using a safety harness, whereupon he can secure himself to the beam. To protect the support sling, rubber matting is first positioned around the beam. Thereafter, the support sling is double wrapped over the matting and a suitable D-shackle attached. Next, a rope is passed over the beam, which will be used to haul the chain block up to the supporting sling, at which time the worker will attach the unit to the sling. A final adjustment to the position of the chain block is now made in order to position the hook to the center of the load. 2 slings of equal and suitable length will be used to cradle wrap the motor. The slings are both carefully wrapped on either side of the center of gravity and then secured at all 4 eyes with a suitable shackle. Next, the chain block hook is lowered until the shackle can be attached. The hook is now raised until all the slack has been taken out of the sling. At this point, movement is stopped, and the slinging arrangement is inspected to make sure all is secure and safe. Now the load is raised off the ground with a continuous action on the messenger chain whilst everyone stands clear. When the correct height is reached, all movement is stopped and the transport trolley is brought in underneath the load. The load is now lowered until it is about 50 millimeters from the trolley base, whereupon all movement is stopped. An inspection is made to see that the motor will fit properly onto the trolley. Now the load can be lowered and guided onto the trolley until the slings are fully slack and can be removed from the hook and the load. To fasten the load to the trolley, 4 turnbuckles are first attached to convenient anchoring points on the trolley. A securing rope is next attached to a suitable shackle, which in turn is attached to the turnbuckle. The rope is then pulled over the load and through the opposite turnbuckle. The lashing rope is weaved over the load until it fully encloses the load, whereupon it is pulled tight and tied off using half hitches. Next, the rope is fully tensioned by tightening all 4 turnbuckles. First by hand, and then with a suitable lever. A check is then made to see that the load is steady and secure, whereupon it can be moved away to its new destination. This concludes the first part of the practical session. Complete the practical assignment that will be given by your course controller before moving on to part 2 of this section.